3D Max on Nuke, where we got the triple overtime, so much joy. We had a Torzy essentially 1v4 sort of a clutch up for himself, putting his team in a winning position. That's the Mouze that I'm hoping shows up today. I'm hoping Spirit hitting that sort of level as well.
I don't think my heart could take that.
Okay.
I don't think my heart could take that in the grand final of Spirit against Mouze. I'm really excited to see what Mouze have changed up from then. I think they had some mistakes in that game that they could absolutely remedy. And this is, I want to mention, I've harped on PR for some of his positions. I think this is the one where he shows the most promise. Ramp, he's very tough to deal with, and Spirit often do attack ramp on their T sides.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's also switching to the CT side, kind of an objective for me is for Mouze to probably get 5. I actually like their CT side quite a bit. So as long as they just maybe get it close at halftime, they should feel pretty comfortable. I also think that the A defense between Zelix and Xerxin can be pretty strong too. I think that they've actually just really locked down a lot of spots. Actually, Spinks with him on that A side. But either way, the way that Zelix has actually handled executes has been a little bit impressive for me for a guy that just kind of gets slotted in against tier 1 teams. So many flashes in his face. He's been doing a really serviceable job, dodging one, then getting 1 kill himself, staying alive. So he's a guy to watch out for me too.
You stay close in the first half. What's putting you in a position of comfort, though, to be able to see it transition into a map win for Mouze or vice versa for Spirit?
Mouze before have created game plans that have made Donk look silly.
Okay.
That has happened on Nuke. So I fully trust Cyclone to be able to at least stump Donk a couple of these times, because as Donk warms up into this series, you don't want him to take 50-50 fair fights.
On the CT side, it's going to be very tough to shut Donk down, but on the T side, this is one of the few maps where you can see Donk go cold without having a bad individual game, but rather by game plans, as you're saying, from the likes of Cyclone.
Mouze cooled off a little bit towards the end of Ancient there. They've had time to reset. Spirit firing up for themselves, which makes a clash of the Titans here happen on Nuke for map 4 of our grand final.
A clash of the Titans only made possible by the fact that the second Titan has actually stepped into the server. We've now got Donk playing well off of Ancient. The Polymarket prediction remains Mouze favored, but slightly. Obviously, a little bounce back in this series could be good, but I like that the analysts gave credit to the brains of the operation on Mouze and the possibility, painting this picture of maybe the game plan shutting down Donk in map 4.
We've officially gotten deep into this best of 5. I would also like to say this legitimizes the win more for Mouze. If it had ended back on Ancient,
I like that.
I think we'd have to say, man, Spirit just were not good at this event, not good in this final, but they go ahead and win. They have the right guy at the top of the board. They pick up a comeback victory as well. And so even though there's a bit more pressure on Mouze, I think there's more at stake in making this win feel kind of as big as it should, because this is like the team that they always lose to, the team that they can't even get maps against. But make no mistake, Nuke is up for grabs. And we're all hoping for cash now at this point. Doesn't waterfall.
Donk with the first chance. 2 players in front of that duel. Oh, PR, nice little crouch approach.
Yeah, monster stuff out of PR again.
Stays mobile to get first blood in this pistol.
Why does Xerxin know he's going to come back? Oh my goodness.
He just does.
My word, what a read from Xerxin.
Couple of beautiful taps out of Mouze for the 5v3. Shiro's Berettas. Still a part of this A defense. Very much aware that Heaven is going to get wrapped and that this A site could be threatened from above. So they go for the hut push. The second player inside of lobby now trying to clear out one side of this so that they can turn back. Shiro confirms a bunch of numbers. 2 from main, at least 2 out from Heaven, and he is only able to cut 1 player down. Certainly not ideal for those Berettas. As Zontix tries to creep up vents, he'll make some noise to let them know. And that is still bomb planted, no challenge, back site. Magix also reveals himself with that 1 USPS tap, so there's...
Zontix could have got out of the vent.
Could have.
Kind of a few times, and...
Goes for the long journey.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
Not bad at all, but unfortunately here, It is Zontic suddenly alone in a 1v3. No kit for the play, and he took that long road to wrap back around Secret. Now, the fact that one player's along this wall could have just given him an easy kill right there. Very ready to swing with Zelex, and we get Mouze with a nice, slow approach, an eventual squeeze, and another pistol victory.
I would love to know, is this my suspicion based on all the pistols we've seen? I think Donk is actually struggling on pistols. He was kind of like #1 in all stats at some point, but I feel like he's been countered on these pistols a lot, and faced with an opening duel, kind of a duel that he'd normally win. I don't have the numbers to back it up.
Just a sneaking suspicion.
I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot with my own eyes.
The old eye test.
I was there.
I was in the trenches.
Please let the numbers be on my side for this one. I think that's been a reason.
It's okay, Mohan. We're casters, not analysts. We speak from the heart. So these SMGs out there on the field, collecting themselves in ramp. There's a lot of bodies for Spirit in ramp if they want to tiptoe down towards B. But first, Xertion going to give a bit of a test outside, and there's no poke from main. There's no defender except for Shiro here. You've at least gotten the scout away from that ramp room and potential rotate lower. This MP9 from Zontix, it's in front of Magix, and they both go down empty-handed. Donk's Desert Eagle versus a sea of opponents here. And he has slipped the net, so he executes the bomb planter. Still plenty of time to pick that bomb back up, but he'll find damage on Torji as well. But again, replaced by the second player, Backsite. Tough ask of what's left of Spirit.
Now they'll have to step away from this. Scout will be valuable in any round in the future. I really want cash now.
Do you?
Now that we've broken the barrier, it's not a sweep one way or the other for Spirit in all their best of 5 grand finals.
I don't think Mouze want to get there, though. I don't know. There was that pregame interview with PR. Kind of brought up the map.
Yeah, if it goes 5
and
maps,
he's like,
it'll be interesting.
Yeah, and like the hesitation in that. It'll be interesting.
20 days of practice to get integrated to every map in the pool, and then cash is the brand new map for everybody.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Honestly, though, like he should be great on a map like Cash. Well, it's an aim-focused map. He's like he's a beast on some of these angles.
I can't help but think back to Mouze versus Vitality at Lisbon, the Lisbon Open event, where at the time Mouze were actually contending for a trophy, but it was the first time Train was in the pool. And so Brolin, I remember we get to the 5th map of that series, and he goes, "It was my fault. I wasn't ready for this map."
What a deep cut.
What a robbery this could be if we get to another new map and Mouze somehow finally fall apart.
You heard him on the desk. It's the simplest map.
It's the simplest map.
Train was literally the hardest, so.
That's fair. Just use nades. Expose them in the smokes.
Yeah, we'll have to see what CS2 does to Cash with the smoke. You know, what kind of creativity can be brought to it, but it is really the simplest map.
I'm just grateful that it's the same Cash, so we actually get to see the CSGO to CS2 comparison. With Train coming back in so different, it didn't feel like the return of Train. It felt like something new. So I'll remain salty for the time being. And we hit a minute mark. We've had utility to slow down Mouse's approach in this round that is still just 4 pistols for Spirit. Little hesitation towards the ramp originally. 2 Desert Eagle shots that just don't find their marks. Donk goes back in and will kill PR.
Nade set down.
Good value out of that frag. Lots of bodies dropping
2
lower.
rotators.
Donk's going to be quick to make sure that they have all gone down this ramp. He'll show no hesitation, and they don't control that gun. You just gave Donk an AK.
They're everywhere.
And another moment where he's got Kevlar. He was the one guy to do this. Tagged down low, Zelex at 11, and they pull that off.
That's incredible out of Spirit, man. Those are the rotations that you want to see from this team. They actually played active, so active in all it took was 1 kill, and then all the rotations. Mouze fully surrounded.
And no hesitation out of Donk. The D kill into clearing that whole ramp. You know, he doesn't let them kind of get down into the B site.
He knows he has a teammate right behind him, too.
Sprints to the AK, gets back in with it, and Shiro, the other one with that scout. That's an awesome way for Spirit to find their first CT round win. Well, awesome if you ask anybody other than Mouze.
It's a massive steal.
Put them in a limited space. We've got low utility and a Tech 9 on Xertion.
It's a steal, but it's not lucky. I like that there's no real massive mistake there from Mouze. They
Good
just
framing.
got, deeged, and then it was just pure action out of Spirit.
Pure speed as well. I like no hesitation to take over the top of ramp. You heard all 4 players jump over that railing. And they kind of pay the price for not keeping one player to watch for that hell wrap. Now it's going to be another test towards the ramp room, and Shiro, wounded but still, delivers the first. Man advantage earned for Spirit. Donk's going to go down empty-handed thanks to Zelex. A duel picked up outside. This returns Shiro to the action in ramp room. Good push here from Tanir to catch Zelex entirely unprepared. That Hopper now in an awkward spot as Spinks takes the head off. We go back even 3v3.
That totally changes it. I mean, well, the thing is, it looks like Mouze are not exactly ready to attack. They could have dropped down the ramp, but Tanir's still alive. They've got one in lower already. Late squeaky at 30 seconds. It's a classic maneuver, but they're coming out of hut at the same time.
Yeah, it's Tanir downstairs, and this hut arrival for Magix. He's alone for the moment. Oh, he gets the dink on Torji.
Oh boy.
But a kill picked up by Mouze, puts that bomb down with a man advantage, albeit slim. Can Tanir really get out through this vent? Tough ask of him, looking to link up with Zontix, who doesn't push through main because of the smoke. He'll wrap around Heaven instead. This is going to buy time for Mouze.
He has a flash he can throw over top of Squeaky. That's the only way he can really do this with utility. There'll be a bit of a warning, obviously, but...
It's Torji low HP, straight down beneath this. Oh, but he still delivers the headshot, and that means Tanir's not even given a chance at the retake. 2
key kills there from Torji to shut this round down. And an even bigger one maybe from Spinks, taking out Shiro. The Shiro stays alive, he has the op. They can't even settle down inside of the ramp. Magic will probably get support towards A once they know that lower wasn't an option. But because of this kill, you had They had Tanir make that rotation downstairs. Robert Taniro.
Mamma mia. I can't hold the ramp. Sorry, okay, I'm done.
Gorlami.
Oh boy. Tough place for Spirit suddenly. You don't want to get economically reset this early on a CT side of Nuke.
Well, because they won saving. They get another buy. Otherwise, they wouldn't have one.
Yeah, they'd be in that spot already. And Magix can make do with the MP9, no doubt.
However this map goes, just don't let it be to dud shots. I don't want to see small flicks getting missed, some bad sprays. That's just not the way you want to go out. And again, it'd be such a legitimate victory for Mouze to take down a team like this in a best of 5. Everyone's back on plan. But only if they play well.
Cold starts. Donk is 5-7 in pistol rounds today. Ooh. Oof, God, the numbers of his teammates even worse.
Damn, you had to throw them in there?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes B-Tram's sassy.
But it's fair. Yeah, the stat for Tanir earlier was that he's more inconsistent than Magix and Zontix with above 1.0 ratings. I think the time frame was like the last 3 months. But it's just that you see Tanir sometimes, he's having takeover maps. He's finally starting to get really comfortable, it felt like, within this team after getting shuffled around for a lot of spots, but he's still very inconsistent.
There's a lot of smokes outside, but really no action around it. A few spams here, so be it. Zontix, open floor, loses the fight, and no assistance because Shiro's a little further back. He tries to get an angle, but it's already 2 players to drop quickly downstairs. That's the bomb, though. Torji got tagged down to 8 health, and he's still locked into this duel. Finally dips as Donk sits on single door. They may have taken over control, but the secret approach is going to get cut off with damage. Still Xertion wins these fights just barely. Bomb goes down, the vent player clip only for the 5 damage. Magix will be fine. Retake on. He's trying to queue up Donk, who pushes forward to PR. It's a guillotine from the AK. 2 headshots collected. And a 1v4 from Shiro, now found out to be upstairs.
Man, you see that any
Mouze, They could have lost a lot of these fights, and this round could have been a flop.
Oh, totally. Even up to the point of Tanir's second kill, there's a chance for Spirit to technically try to go for this. But with that 2K, there's obviously no chance. Zershin was asked, like, do you feel that, I think Maui asked him, do you feel like this is a team that has some iteration of Mouze that has the most firepower? And there's always going to be an element to this where you're sitting with your new teammates, you're talking about your new squad.
Yeah. No, they suck.
The answer is yes, every time. But definitely an argument could be made. Whew. I mean, especially if you got moments like this out of PR.
Damn, PR.
This is versus Donk, by the way.
Ooh, it's starting to feel like it's coming apart because this is the tough earned moment that Spirit actually go invest heavy on Donk. No, excuse me, that's just the save AK given to him. Makes sense. Pass it over, let him be the hero, but he hasn't been in hero mode today.
Throw the molly down to make sure there's no quick rotation that can be taking place, but they still come down. Zershin's already made it out of the vents, but actually was starting to lean back upstairs, so sometimes you go for the vent drop just to pull some CTs down and make it into a fake. Oh, crazy timing for the wall smokes. No way Spirit are going to be ready for that.
5-7 sent downstairs to the doors, swinging wide. Shiro will win the fight over the MAC-10, but careful, because that AK's here. Shiro's trying to set it up. Donk gets the double. Now it's man advantage. You catch Zelex with a nade out. Oh. One
mode.
Saved gun. Bomb sits in front of him. Spinks a late arrival. This was meant to be the open road for Mouze's T-side. Instead, Spirit will bare their teeth, show fight. I love that camera angle, just showing that those were AKs trying to exit, and Donk shuts them down.
Just uses Shiro as bait. He gets that first kill, torn limb from limb.
That's the value of the save.
The second round they win, it's off of the save. Again, trying to buy themselves a tempo. And with 3 AKs, makes the next buy even cheaper. Not too late to bring the half back. What a moment for Donk.
Man, that leaves Mouze in such a stressful spot as well. There's going to be pistols on the field in this next one. Donk trying to replicate his impact from Ancient into Nuke. Finally back. Donk broke his streak of 5 straight negative KD maps on Ancient, the longest streak of his career.
Including CSGO.
Jesus. Bounty has been an anomaly for the best rifler in the world.
Maybe it won't be his second or 42nd best tournament in his career.
Nade is negligible, but here comes Shiro on an AK. Burned back from the help. Zontix is under a lot of pressure. Will deliver a kill and some damage to boot, but there's no other rotation downstairs, so this timing here from Mouze is solid.
I feel like he full commits here, but he actually had a better chance of having his teammates rotate over if he played from the ramp and had them fighting with him for a bit.
Magix is stomping. This is going to be Zelex to try to jump him with the Tech 9, but the limited weapon here for Mouze starts to give man advantage back over to Spirit. Torzi signing up for an AK duel towards what is 3 ramp retakers, and he's going to at least kill Donk. That's a big scalp to take in this moment.
Yeah,
Donk has been fueling these retakes, fueling this CT side fighting on. Another attempt to go clear single door, very late from Zershin. Bomb's still never gone down, remember that. But you've got CTs in the midst of what felt like a retake. Shiro goes wide, gets denied, and Mouze will win their 5th.
Damn, they hold all that ground, they just wait, and all the duels keep coming to them. They knew the House Spirit were going to try to play it, didn't rush the situation, thought they might regret that. And Torzi, even though it's only 1 kill, it's a very, very important one. Oh, it's a second. Ooh.
Nice! Nice, Adam, bro! Nice!
So Mouze have had to do this the hard way. The 2-round Spirit one, they won it while saving. But in the follow-up last time, they also won again. Now they'll have to try to do it again here to Spirit. And this will mark sort of their last chance to actually have a decent CT side.
Give me that one tap.
Woo. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. A lot of fantastic rifle highlights from Torzy today.
Adam, my man.
He was actually a monster versus 3D Max on Nuke as well.
It's kind of just been a monster all bounty. Lovely to see him hitting this level at the start of a season. Just Mouze in general, that's the story. In all the shortcomings at the first event of this season, not even getting through the opening round, Falcons and Vitality, Mouze with a new roster have improved outing after outing. And even, our loudest criticisms in that Dust 2B synergy, they worked on that for today's best of 5 grand finals. 3 weeks this team has had to practice.
Feels like he's going to walk into this.
And they've got Spirit by the scruff of the neck. But Shiro's going to deliver the first blood. They're going to walk 3 players towards this ramp. Zontix to be tested. We've seen him stick around at times.
He's committing, but to a fault.
Spinks has gotten far out. Shiro will find PR, but that close push in. It's a back turn and good cover, but Zontix still gets away with the kill a moment sooner.
It's a great rotation from Donk. I wonder if this was heard earlier.
Molly, that's going to disrupt him, forces him wide. He'll, of course, deliver the headshot and the trade, or rather follow-up onto Zelek. So Donk does his job. They survive with majority, a single point of health, all Donk needs for that last kill.
I certainly would have saw a plant with that frag. Doesn't happen. And because Mouze, they kind of made their bed here. They gave Spirit a second chance in both of these rounds that they picked up, and now they're the ones who have to save. Spirit really can make this interesting. Mamma mia.
Welcome to a PR Pizzeria. Best pizza in all of Malta.
This is probably really offensive, but he does kind of sound like that.
Okay. An Italian pizza maker?
A PR.
Made with love.
Where are you going to put this bomb? My humble advice, if you're going to carry a bomb at any point in your life,
Spin it on your finger.
I would advise not to. I'd also advise maybe not carrying bombs, but you can't stop the youth. PR going to try to move that down to the plant. Hey, they'd love the money, but it's going to be on full display to Tanier.
That's the
Is there a chance they win this now? No, they should never, but the Glock got another. Woo, settle down. Spirit, it's costly. And that op will not be retrieved as it somehow gets onto the other side of that yellow whatever.
Good thing Shiro got all the kills he did.
Freaking sketchy, man.
Yeah.
It's all in the spin. So Spirit closed the gap.
That nade was actually nasty. I wonder if it was meant to hit the ceiling like that, but it was perfect.
If only Zelix had a position to really play from. You're up in the rafters with an op, fully exposed. Certainly made Spirit sweat, I'll tell you that much. And also really makes them reinvest. Still a chance Mouze can break down the doors. We haven't seen them go for this A attack in some time, so looking to transition back to it with the execute. You've got Spinks out squeaky already. Donk made awkward. Magic's his SMG's the limitation. Shiro from up above gets the trade back, but it does cost them their player in sight.
Oh,
and
Shiro.
the trades are fantastic here from Mouze. They make the difference. 2v1 earned by a headstrong attack into that upper hit.
Damn, so watching that from Shiro's POV, he gets another multi-kill. But, I mean, Zontic's gonna have to win one of these retakes eventually. And you know he plays them slow.
Spinks is the one member to post a multi-kill this round.
Are there any kits for you? The kit's over here.
He gets Donk to start. Zontix, it'd be a long journey to go grab that kit.
And if you're playing versus Zontix, just duck. You know, like he will work it very slowly.
He's got it, but smoke doesn't actually cover the bomb. Oh, this is awkward in the middle of it now, but he still tracks down Xerxian.
Ooh, needs that kit.
Hasn't picked it up. 10-second defuse, and he's missed it. Even with these kills, nothing he can do about it. If the kit was a little closer, maybe.
He
But
could
a
have got
slow burn means this is Mouze's 6th T-side win.
And that's all that matters to them.
At this point in the half, yeah.
Yeah. After that, man, it's a costly position. This one's not done. I think Spirit actually know, because of how expensive it was.
It's right there for the taking.
Yeah.
Nice! Nice, Adrian! Nice! Suka!
Had a genuine chance of just grabbing it.
Yep. Kind of got like lost in that smoke though.
Yeah.
Got weird.
Communication's hard in that spot.
So cash limited Spirit at best tying this half, but they'd have to do it with less in this one.
Makes sense to go for it right now. With those 5 deaths, and Zontix will peel back.
Yeah, just wants to get out of here. Dropping utility, putting the best weapon they have on the line,
my.
but Spinks is swift. Crack of the whip, quick headshot. Op is dead. They'll put that in Torji's hand, so even an upgrade here for Mouze off of the opening kill.
I think Mouze just want to let him sweat a little bit. We've got ramp control extremely early. They're also holding for flanks on top of T-Roof.
Lose lobby control, but that doesn't fluster Mouze by the looks of things. Because they've still got one. Back in lobby to draw everybody back. It is a safe venture. But this SMG, up close like this, ooh, he's on the fallback. Peels away from Hut, and doing so opens the door for this Mouze push through, trying to tether off the 5-7 on Squeaky's side. Obviously, Donk would like to get into the mix, but he's still back towards hell.
No one's watching heaven. Oh, yeah. So
just a straight walk out, made easy. Donk a little dispatched from the action, will try to come through and deny the bomb plant, but Zelex has got the cover. And this one's made easy by Mouze. They'll lose that one player in PR to the lobby push, and then go right back to that death and show no hesitation.
Look at Zelex go in this grand finals. Looking like a very underrated aspect of this lineup.
It's been really impressive to watch him grow individually in this project, when at a time we were talking about how PR's inclusion made chemistry look a little awkward. We weren't sure how long it would take. Sometimes, you know, the not newest, but second newest piece also struggles in the addition of a new player. That has not been the case for Zelex. If anything, he's brought consistency in the to the table at a time that Mouze needed it.
They needed another big round from Shiro to save this half. But that op got fully countered after they took ramp control again. That's just been a focus of this T side out of Mouze.
The T side that's looking to end on a high note with a scrappy buy coming out of Spirit. It's all that they can muster. Scout, MP9, bare bones utility. A lot of frag grenades. We'll see if they can get value out of that. But Donk has returned to looking human. 8 kills on a CT side. Utility to announce the intentions. Spreads. Wow, they totally zoned Donk. Into the AK spam, back into the flames. He's the first to fall in the final round of the defensive half from Spirit. And they really want to get value from these fights outside, but PR is quick to the trigger. And the scout hasn't had a target to shoot at just yet, and that'll remain the same with the smoke in front of them now. Tanir from inside main.
He's been waiting forever for a duel.
Just wants them to make the mistake. He's got a teammate to play off of in Magix with the 5-7. Sure enough, they'll run that off through. Shiro got his, no way!
Whoa.
The 5-7, triple for the road. More kills in this one round from Magix than the entire half combined. Okay.
Here on the sun-drenched streets of Mirage, we spot some of nature's most fascinating creatures. Counter-Strike players in their natural habitat. Despite the plentiful environments these fellows could inhabit, they seem to always swarm towards the comfort and safety of this shining paradise. As the sun rises over the stone architecture, in typical fashion we see this species squabble over their preferred position. Let us discover where they shall end up. Firstly, we have the so-called A-anchor. This fellow is often seen fighting for his life without a lick of support. The window player, an arrogant and egotistical creature. They can often be seen in the pre-game chat, claiming their position in the blink of an eye. Not all are so lucky as to get their desired position. The B-anchor, oftentimes the runt of the litter, designated to hold this empty site and ward off predators. Forced to survive on scraps, he can often be found at the bottom of the scoreboard. Here we see the signature characteristic of this oft-forgotten fellow, a key adaptation over millennia. This creature's legs propel them tirelessly and repeatedly to spot any potential foe. As this defensive tribe scramble to defend their territory, they realize they are not alone. Mirage can hold up to as many as 9 foes at a single time. As we move across its deserted expanse, we arrive at another group of remarkable characters. However, these bloodthirsty devils do not look as amicable as our aforementioned defenders, their eyes locked on the objective. These players scurry from their spawn with the exception of one. Without moving a muscle, we observe one of the players launching a gray metallic canister skyward. The desired outcome seems not to have been achieved. A regrettable mistake. With a new weapon acquired, our CT favors a more aggressive approach. Meanwhile, with the anticipation in the air, a coordinated attack is incoming. A breakneck flurry of utility flies overhead, attempting to disrupt the defenders. The stakes could not be higher. And with nothing he can do, the A-anchor is flash-banged like a deer in headlights. He decides his best bet is to retreat. No matter how much he cries out for help, support is nowhere to be found. However, the restless hunter has found its prey. It's one shot, one kill. Such is the life of the Opper, precise and deadly.
No doubt Mouze content with the way the first 12 rounds went down. A 7-round T-side here on Nuke. And barring Ancient, it has not been a formula for Spirit that looks like you can believe in. An uphill battle from here on out if Spirit have anything left to say in this best-of-5 Grand Finals.
Here comes the ultimate test for Team Spirit. They have T-side and a comeback to prove that they can take this to a 5th. Otherwise, there's not going to be much to say for them in this Grand Finals.
Able to cross the secret, but it gets spotted. Ooh, that'll help. 2 headshots come out from Spirit in an opening 5v3 for this pistol. Could PR possibly shut it down? No. Labored effort gets his damage in, but all 5 members of Spirit still stand. Xertion only the one. And so Zelex He's going to have to catch this free kill in lobby, which could help, but you still have a huge ask ahead of you. And Tanir hears him running towards the ramp. This is interesting.
Magic's 3K into 2K. And a critical 2K at that.
Yeah. Oh, Tanir's going to hunt you down, close that gap instantly. A one-round game made possible by the pistol.
Yeah, this is where you rub your hands together. Now you can have the most exciting finish possible. Spirit have really given themselves a chance.
And Spirit have a great track record at this event in converting these pistols. One time they make that mistake so far this grand finals, but otherwise, very clean conversion rate. And they may
Dog
need
still
it.
wants it.
Scout quick to reveal itself outside. And the cross will meet no resistance.
They kind of trip over their own shoelaces in some of these spots. Might be a lot of follow through.
Hang on. Ugh, awkward jump there for Xerxin.
They got to get that bomb back.
That brings the man advantage into their hands, and they'll extend it. Good on Shiro. Mac-10 just chews through that bomb site, and it'll just be that one casualty for Tanir to have to stomach as Spirit tie this game at 7 rounds apiece.
They kind of get stuck in setup sometimes, and they're missing some of the follow-through, just simply getting 2 players out to trade 3 players out in a row, and if they lose a kill, they can get jumbled up. Spirit there, they even make a mistake of leaving the bomb. I mean, it doesn't matter right now, but if any of the kills had gone back and forth, it totally ruins your structure. If someone has to now leave, everybody gets distracted. Those are the things that need to be neat and tidy.
Last round the force buy, this time the save. They do still come into this with 357s and a Deeg. I'm not saying the odds are anywhere close to Mouze's favor, but they could make it interesting. Really just hoping to make it expensive.
It's honestly like, you know you've just got through the armor. Do yourself a favor, don't overthink this spot. Such a big gun advantage, the players you have, you know, that sort of energy. Looking like just the right amount of utility here. Like I see ramp is totally open. Magix is here calling rotations.
Just a USP though, so what the hell do you expect Torji to do about it? Smoke all over the site to guarantee the bomb plant goes down smooth. Mouze are going to have to hope that that first gun round on the other side of this one can stop Spirit's momentum, because Spirit with momentum is a very scary thing. We haven't had the scariest version of Spirit today in this grand finals, but after that Ancient showing, you are allowing them to grow in confidence. You're giving Donk more and more runway to turn it up for this game. On the exit, no real price tags added to the tally. Tanir could still die potentially to the lobby player, so it's all about Xerxin and what he can rack up. That's your teammate. And he's down. Nicely done, Spirit. 8-7.
Lead for Spirit.
Lots of guns in hand.
We'll see if it matters.
It's the early makings of a T-side.
Just the jump start the engine, and now we're going to see about Mouze, because, you know, a little bit at the end of Ancient, they kind of just kept letting them go. I mean, they had 9 rounds, they had a big lead, and it kind of just vanished. I didn't think too much about it, being up 2 maps. having so many good rounds in there to make that lead happen in the first place. And Mouze come into this one with no kits. And they got half armor. Well, we're talking 2 Galils, a Mac 10 here. That could absolutely make a difference. They were very greedy about getting good guns. Sacked a lot of other things. Now they're down to very little utility.
Nades fly through. Zontix can't see Jack. But Spinks, blind, is covered off by Zelex. Big coverage from the back of that bomb site to keep all 5 players on Mouze up. PR trying to just slip into the back site. Good off ankle. Delivers the double kill. Drops the bomb. And suddenly puts what's left of Spirit in a tight squeeze. 2 versus 5. They find their first. And as they shuffle downstairs with 35 to the clock, this is a very separated Team Spirit. Magix remains outside.
So quite a risky buy here for Mouze, but it looks like they were correct about everything. They have all the good guns. That helped them get their multi-kills. And it looks like they might win this one with 4 up. As they're setting up that upper hit, you see that upper would have actually been a bad spot to go. They sacked a player to try to get into secret, but Mouze are already wary about the thought that it might be a fake.
Totally denied entry.
I saw the 6 kills, bro. Let's fucking go.
Big investment out of Spirit to be expected. Mac 10 at the helm towards the ramp room. And what's that ramp defense look like? It is PR, smoke in front of him, frag on his belt, AK in hand.
It's all eyes on PR, but him on ramp, he's put up some very, very good holds.
Oof, utility makes it uncomfortable. He's stuck into this wall. That's fine. He'll regain vision, and he's got Torji to tether off of. But Torji doesn't go back in for the second shot. Zelex will just crank the dial, kills Dawn
Again.
inside of the lobby, and will send Spirit into a tailspin downstairs where Mouze have comfortably rotated already. But Spinks gets whittled down to a quarter health. Zontix on the brink of finding that duel. Off, though, in front of the window is just simply Xertion's victim. And no chance for Zontix. It's majority alive out of Mouze. It's a bottomed out economy, and it's a chance to sprint to this trophy.
Yeah, it was 2 full buys there for Spirit. They both fail. Mouze coming up huge on trades, opening kills. Very good rotations. PR does just enough here with Torzi getting there in time. His kills for free.
Zelex, the only CT that has to take a fight alone, and it's on his terms.
Yeah, he's won quite a few duels versus Donk, actually. Surprising amount.
Cohesion on Mouze's camp right now is stellar. And this is Spirit's final timeout.
Feels like they don't have the firepower to keep up with Mouze right now, which is an absolutely insane thing to say.
I think what
I
helps...
don't think there's any other point in history where you could have said that.
Oh, it certainly helps is that you're dealing with all of Mouze's firepower. Look at the kill differential here. From 13 to 11, or 10, all 5 players. And it's kind of felt like that all best of 5 long.
Yeah.
And if you're already lacking in firepower, then pistols sure as hell won't help in this one. Spirit trying to get back to the guns, but it's gonna cost them rounds unless they have something up their sleeve. Very light on the utility here. Single smoke. A second out for Magix. Okay, there's a cache of them. Single smoke turns into 3. They try to play behind that wall. But it gets spotted by this garage position. But it's not a casualty yet for Spirit to have to stomach. So they do get dangerously close to these smokes.
Just barely missing that gap. Xertion's going to hear this.
Tanir's pushed through. He's waiting for this duel. Oh, and he lands the headshot. Tanir is surrounded, so can't get more value out of that.
Too spotted, go for that plant.
Great distraction to put that bomb down on B. Inside of Hut, they win another. Zontix has found his. This was meant to be a smooth sailing moment for Mouze, and instead they have a difficult question. Do they even want to chance this retake now?
They're going to come find Zontix. That's kind of the first step. You know, Zontix needs to, well, he could be dropping out of the vent, though.
They're saving.
I mean, yeah, I don't even know if it makes sense to try it. What a steal. Another
Game
one.
on.
3 rounds in this game. Spirit have won while saving.
A sequence of errors that make Mouze's jobs so much harder than they have to be here on Nuke. They will not give up the guns they decided to save, but they do let Spirit tie this game at 9 rounds.
They're literally making this as hard as possible. The most free round so far for Mouze. They've given them up.
I mean, Tanir knew this fight was coming his way, sat here patiently waiting for it. Delivers his. Tough round losses to stomach, but at least Mouze can just try to bounce right back into it. Full guns, full nades, everything they need. Their opponent, though, obviously just a kickstart to the economy that's going to make the rest of this half all that much harder. Huge sea of util chucked out through that squeaky door. And now the execute with the molly, interrupted by a smoke into squeaky. Again, this is Spinks to try to press up against his opposition. He's going to go for this. He's trying to make a move happen, and he's going to find that perfect timing.
What a great call out.
Right before they're able to walk into the trophy room, it is Spinks for the 5v4.
As this walk takes place outside, they do it without Tanir. They don't know what's going on inside the lobby. Looking to swing heavy outside as Torzy repositions.
They don't pop open the smoke. No, they don't go for the spam. Yeah. Nothing they can do to really interrupt this other than just dump ammo. And they decide not to, so it's Spirit with the silent 3-player secret cross.
And they're playing back big garage, so the rotations are a little bit hampered here, even though they have 5 players.
There's nobody downstairs.
Yeah, doubled up on ramp, so they have a chance to get down there if they want to, but to be honest, they just kind of look frozen in place. There's no one here inside of the vent. No warning system for Mouze. Are they really going to allow Spirit to simply take lower?
This swing is going to confirm it. They put a smoke on Squeaky to try to maybe get Spinks into play. This is going to remove Zontix for the time being.
It's got to be weird communication. Look how many nades they hold on to. Let's see if that matters.
Heavy towards the ramp room. 3 players to gear up for this retake. The T's, they would love a smoke to try to block off one of these avenues for the retake, but Shiro, burning down, will still kill Torzy. We've got 1 back, 2 back now. Spinks gets the lobby lurker dead. Doc's got nothing. Magix, it's all on him. He's got 2 more players to kill, and look at the health. They are that close, but it is Xertion to come up big with a triple kill moment.
Oh, that would have been easy for Magix if he got that first frag. Both players 1 bullet away from death.
That one, such a razor's edge. Either way, so low health for both teams. And it starts with this push from Spinks, but I like the way you described it. It felt like Mouze was frozen.
Yeah, they were not responding to the smoke they saw on the outside cross. Maybe off the 5v4, they thought we know we'll be able to retake if they come up, or we have them for sure. That's a crazy win for Mouze. I mean, win on an eco as much as you want, but only 1 of those rounds. There's 3 rounds that they won while saving. And we'll find out about this one. But in the follow-up, Spirit only won once on their second buy. This one's the weakest of all.
Just can't be afraid of winning these rounds. You know it's a recent wound with as many times as it's happened in this map. The guns like these still allow Spirit to prevail.
I was looking very close now to bringing this home.
Donk's going headhunting outside. He knows his potential victims are right there for the taking, and he will track Zershin down. Heaven player whittles him low. 7 HP is all that's left for Donk, and we've got this main player who's just not making a move. Tucked into the corner remains Spinks.
There's been so much noise. See if they come clear this. Tanir's going to take his time.
Heaven player's not ready. Oh, no, just turned back, caught with a nade. Spinks finishes off what he started towards Donk. Magix has gotten out through the hut. He sees the barrel towards main. Zelex's position catches him off. And now it's both these two Ts remaining. Known. Torji jumping Glock shot. But he's going to slow the round down. This is Shiro with a bomb at a health advantage 1v1.
Has to be the clutch.
What's the play, Torji? A lot of grenades. Shiro's got the time.
That 1 won't be enough.
No fake. And Torji doesn't throw utility, so the potential for him to have repositioned is real, and Shiro knows it, but he still seems worried about Heaven. Goes to lock into the lobby instead. This is Torji already with a kit. It's Torji with a smoke as well.
He's got a plan. He has that smoke. He knows that Shiro is going to move with that much space.
It's information offered over. He is sitting on top of the hut.
Is that door closed?
Flashbang not thrown. Torji still hanging onto that smoke. He's going to drop it on the bomb. Flash out from Shiro to confirm his position. Torji fake defuse. Tries to spam through it. Nade to expose him. And Torji's out of here. Never given a chance. Shiro simply dodges the duel. And that is going to clean both players out of the round. By God, we are tied again.
Yes, and off the clutch that goes Spirit's way. Torsi looked like he was moving really confident, but as soon as he gave Shiro all that space, I feel like he actually didn't know how to deal with that situation. Not even sure what he shot off of after he did his first tap. And so we have a map now where it's Shiro top of the board here for Spirit. He had a great first half.
Man, he's
clutch
still
in the second. Yeah, it's like his own smoke, and he's like shooting at
What's
it.
crazy is the flash comes out from Squeaky,
Yeah,
and he's
that
still
too.
watching the hut smoke.
Another J.R. Smith moment.
There's a couple of weird ones, right?
Maybe his headphones are on backwards.
Man, I'd hope not. At this point, he'd just be getting used to it. But man, props to Tanir to be able to find that gap, that space to close the distance into Heaven.
Yeah, he probably won it with that play.
Spirit keep this within the realm of possibility. This isn't Spirit just banking on Donk. It's Shiro who, again, in a critical moment, while Spirit face elimination, is getting his impact, winning his clutches, and remaining at the top of the scoreboard for Spirit.
With this one goes the money, Mouze. Did you give up too many easy rounds this game is going to be the question.
Oh, this is the first time we've had a player down towards Secret, and it almost kills Donk straight up.
And can he afford to die again?
Oh, it confirms 3. PR on the fallback. As they try to chase him downstairs. 3 players coming. Great pre-fire to finish off Donk. Can Spirit do it without him? Spinks from the vent play gets the headshot. It is Tanir again in these late moments finding his chance to strike. Very passive garage angle, and with 3 players making it downstairs, why would Magix ever consider that Zershin was still back there?
Yeah, just never moving from that spot, even after hearing everybody run down Secret after PR.
But with that passive hold meant a gap towards the ramp room that Zontix slips through.
This is where the hard reads and the creativity come out. And Zontix is getting flanked slowly, whether he realizes it or not.
Oh, Zelex kills him from the site. Contact found towards Secret, but he doesn't win the duel.
Tanir has to ace to win this round.
20 seconds as he scrambles back down towards the B site. We've already got Torji here playing in the cover of the ramp doors.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he sneaks away across the site. I would have to get lucky to do so. Not much time remaining. Torji just hit this.
And he does. 11th secured out of Mouze. Money is gone here for Spirit. It was both teams up against the economy playing for this 11th.
Yeah, that's bone dry in the pocketbooks. That's Spirit who came into that round with 2 MAC 10s after the Shiro clutch because he even died.
First time we get a different look with that challenge up through Secret. PR peaks Secret with an MP9.
And Donk didn't kill him on the first swing. Didn't kill him on his second chance either. full investment here for Spirit to defend against championship point. Not a rifle in sight, but also where they've done some of their best work.
Cool, Zelix, awkward, turned in behind cover. Spinks, though, instant with the triple. And yeah, he had support inbound from Heaven. Mouze throwing themselves at that fight, but did he even need assistance? Spinks slays.
He crushed that with one hand. That was no sweat out of Spinks. 18 frags, a fantastic final.
In a map where there have been so many rounds that Spirit are able to pick up with pistols, you'd think that that sudden attack onto the A site could have caught him slipping, but he delivers. Pulling ahead of the rest for Mouze, looking to lock in their 12th. 2 championship points on the other side of this ramp hold. But they do get Torji to miss one shot, and that opens the door for the lower play. There's very little to lose here for Spirit. 2 pistols, a push down as bomb gets chucked over for Magix's responsibility, but it's awkward as he goes and scoops that up. Single swings, P250 challenge denied, and now no bomb plant for Shiro to try to play off of. This is a confident round out of Spinks, a quad kill in the end. 2 chances to shut it down in Malta.
And they win the easy one. They get the filthy multi-kill. It's such crisp rifle work out of Spinks. Oh my goodness. I mean, you can't tell if it's Spinks, Zelix, PR who are getting multi-kills like that. They're all so sharp. And because Spirit invested like that, didn't get a bomb plant, 2 back-to-back rounds. This time for all the marbles. Again, not a single rifle.
Mouze in a grand finals that starts with 2 stomps. Come out swinging in this best of 5. Show us evolution in a question mark that was Dust 2. 3 weeks of practice as a 5. And we are watching their evolution before our very eyes. It's an opening kill from Xerxin, an off angle, just different looks outer to try and solve this problem. Whether that's the challenge out of PR out through Secret, whether that's this time Xerxin's new spot, it puts Spirit in such a daunting position. Pistols in hand, nades to play with, but a grueling man disadvantage.
4v5. And this one might come towards PR. We'll see. Donk making headway outside, looking to wrap into Mini.
This is going to force a hand from the M4, but he just leaves, and it's not held by Zontix. Top hut player dealt with.
Oh, what in the world?
Beautiful shot to try to kick it off into that A site, but the ramp play goes south. Leave it to PR, newest piece of Mouze, to get his hands on the final round that Mouze will need. This team took a step back at the start of 2026. Such a mainstay throughout 2025. But they have done it now with Xerxin at the helm of this new project. Blown out of the water every time they go up against Spirit so far this year. But the second season begins different. 1 step forward, this time now in Malta. Such a promising look for this new Mouze.
You have to be so proud of yourselves if you're Mouze taking down Spirit in this fashion with the calls that we saw out of Xerxin, with the debut out of PR. Went above and beyond. And the fact that they could keep their same energy of having different people show up in different rounds, except for some reason they all look like star players in their own right, not just contributors as the rounds rolled on. It's so impressive that Xerxin's found a way to make space for everybody to succeed while he still plays well, and you can still give him so much credit as the IGL.
Getting so much value out of so much talent. Mouze looking to return to the top at an event that did not feature the top dogs because they couldn't keep up their end of the bargain. Your Blast Bounty 2026 Season 2 champions. Lo and behold, it's Mouze.
And with that, Mouze stand here as champions of the Blast Bounty. Please, everyone in the studio, make some noise! Cyclone, just a couple of weeks of practice. Obviously, you were able to play from the HQ, feel each other out in person, get the job done. But some very close games, a lot of back and forth, but you showed improvement each and every time. Just tell me what it took from you, from Zipnix, the rest of the team to make this possible, because normally Spirit has your number.
They do, yeah, and the improvement you talk about, that's what it's all about, right? Especially with this new group, gotta take it a day at a time.